Oh, wow. Hello and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day. Hello. Hi, Robert. Wherever you are in the world, whatever you're up to when you're watching this. Hi. Welcome to this week's edition of Coffee Chat with me. I'm Catherine Oster. Hello, Linda. Good morning. And yes, in real time, this is morning. It's like 7:45 in the morning. Good morning, Jackie. Hi, Loretta. Good morning. I saw your post into the group, but I haven't read it yet. I can't wait to read it. Hello, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me live today. So, this week's coffee chat, I wanted to chat with you about asking for greater, and actually choosing it. Hi, Karen. Good morning. And this is one of the things that Access Consciousness has taught me or that I have gotten from these classes is like how to actually ask for things that you would like to have in your life. That's the first step, is actually asking for them. And then the brave step, the next step that takes the courage and the bravery is actually choosing it, like the choice. And so my most recent aha, palm on the forehead moment is I have been asking. So as a facilitator, I facilitate, bars classes, foundation classes, talk to the entities, and I'm getting a taste of having more class participants. It creates a different kind of dynamic. And in the very beginning of me becoming a facilitator and putting up classes, I had 0 class participants. 0 class participants. But I didn't let that stop me. I didn't make myself wrong for it. I didn't, of course I did a little bit, but I stopped that. And I could see, these tools, bars and access consciousness are tools that I am so passionate about because I have used them to change so many things in my life and to actually create a life that I love. And I would absolutely love everybody to know about this stuff and to know that they have, whether you feel like it or not, you have a choice and you can. What if you can create and change anything and everything in your life? Anyway, so 0 class participants in the very beginning for probably like it was a few classes. And then one day I started getting, 1 or 2 class participants, 3, 4, 5, and then 10. And then, most recently when I was in Calgary for Talk to the Entities introduction, there was over 20, right around in the 20s. And I was like, wow. And the energy that got created in that class, the possibilities and the conversations and the dynamics, I was like, this, dear universe, I would like more of this, please. And that was my ask. And so moving forward, I am planning another Talk to the Entities introduction and full 2-day beginning class in Calgary in June. And I'm just like, okay, that's happening. And it's very exciting. The energy is there. The dates are there. I have some really amazing class hostesses. And then we were looking at booking the venue, like where we were going to have these classes. And so both of these ladies, they went out and they sent me, links and information of different hotels and conference centers that we could have this class at. And what I noticed, like nothing was really matching the energy for me. But then I noticed I was looking for what I could afford. And so I was kind of going to wow, what's the cheapest here? The prices of these venues were ranging everywhere from $350 a day to like 5,000. And I'm like, wow, they really gave me choice of all spectrums. Now I automatically defaulted to, well, I can only afford the $350 a day. And I was trying to kind of just force that because of the price, because I had decided that that's all that I could afford. So here I am I'm asking for like, what would it take to have a 20, 30 person class to get these tools out to, so people can start, learning about entities and having different conversations about them and actually engaging with them and changing their lives with these tools. And I'm asking for a 20 or 30 person class, and then I'm defaulting to like a $350 venue. Now, not that it's wrong, it's not wrong, but the energy wasn't matching. I felt like I was forcing it. And then I'm like, asked myself a question. What is going on here? Hey, good morning, Ross. What is this? And I'm like, oh, that's what this is. I am not really choosing. If I choose the $350, like truth, will this accommodate? Will this choice create a 20 or 30 person class? And it was like, no. And I'm like, oh, that's what I was aware of. And I'm like, okay, so this is like the uncomfortable part where your choice stretches you. So what if I looked at booking, this other venue, which was going to be close to $1,000 a day? And am I willing? And I had also kind of decided that I needed to pay for it all up front. That's not actually true. I did have to get more information. And so what I ended up looking at was this other hotel. It was just over $1,000 a day, but they were going to give us really great room rates for people booking to stay at the hotel. And one of the ladies went there, and she said it was very luxurious and decadent, and the staff was really all the energy was starting to match then. And I'm like, okay, we're going to choose this one. I'm going to choose it. I am not going to doubt myself. I'm going to choose it. And so I booked the uncomfortable venue. And I also have to be willing to know that if the 20 people don't show up, let's say it's a 5-person class, that I'm still not wrong. That I'm strengthening my muscle of choosing and actually creating something that I've never created before. And with regards to money, that's where I often default is I don't have the money. I'm not going to be able to afford it. Is that actually true? No. I know that money shows up in other ways to support your choices, not directly. So if I don't have enough people in the class to cover the costs of what we're choosing, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to ask for money to show up for me in other ways in order to support myself in this choice and get out of the conclusion that it has to come directly. And this is really uncomfortable. And then I'm like, oh my God, I'm only fertilizing for a 20 bushel canola crop, So we're grain farmers as well. And when I put something in the analogy of the grain farm, it kind of brings it into perspective for me. So with farming, it's very much the same. You have to purchase your inputs. So you have to purchase your seed that you're going to grow, and you have to fertilize before you know what kind of crop you're going to get. And if you only put enough fertilizer down for a 20 bushel canola crop, but yet you're asking to grow a 60 bushel crop, well, you're already cutting yourself off right at the beginning by only fertilizing for 20 bushels. Now, yes, it costs a hell of a lot more money to fertilize for 60 bushels. And yes, you could lose it all because the weather at the end of the day might not cooperate for you, but it might. And we actually just went through a drought not this last harvest season, but the season before, we went through a drought where we put all the fertilizer in for a 60 bushel canola crop and a banger wheat crop, and it didn't rain. And then we ended up claiming crop insurance and other things, and we actually still had a pretty profitable year when it was all said and done. How we had things set up to support ourselves in case of a drought. The money was still there. So this is where you have to trust and be willing to choose. And so the venue is like the fertilizer. And I was only willing to fertilize for, a 10-person class. Now I am putting the fertilizer on for like a 30-person class. And what is it going to take for that to show up? What else am I going to have to choose? Constantly staying in the question with it. And then knowing at the end of the day that if I have a drought and 5 people show up, what else is possible? How else can money show up to support me? I wonder. And that's where it takes the courage and the bravery to ask for things greater and to be willing to actually choose it. Okay, well hi Leanne. Hello, Mom. That is this week's coffee chat. You guys, thank you so much for jumping on. Yeah, if you are interested in that Talk to the Entities beginning class happening in Calgary, June 9th, 10th, or 11th, I'll put a link here, and I'm just getting all the registration set up with information about the hotel and the venue and traveling, and yes, I would love to have you join us. Okay, have an amazing rest of your day, wherever you are, whatever you are up to. Bye-bye for now.